Muy buenas chicos y chicas, ¿cómo están? Bienvenido a Motofor. Y hoy, señores, le traemos la presentación de Mercedes AMG, que ya presenta su nuevo coche, su nuevo bólido para este 2021, temporada 2021. Seguimos con el color negro, sigue con el color negro Mercedes. Un coche muy bonito, muy bien logrado, con otros colores, algunos colores que se notan más que el año pasado, como el azul de Petronas y alguna parte roja también. Un coche que está muy bonito, de verdad que sí, muy bien logrado. Es un coche compacto. Y nada, esperemos que tenga un buen año también Mercedes, al igual como le estamos deseando a todos los demás. Y este año Mercedes no contará con ese, vamos a decir, con ese techo presupuestario que era ilimitado antes. Ahora tiene un techo presupuestario que es de 145 millones. Este año no podrán hacerlo como quizá lo hacían en años anteriores, que debido a su poderío económico podían tener mejores rendimientos, trabajar, desarrollar algunas piezas que quizá otros se limitaban. Y este año todos los equipos tendrán un techo presupuestario de 145 millones de dólares. Por eso es que dicen que la gente de Aston Martin con Lawrence Stroll van a tener un buen rendimiento, porque el hombre está dispuesto a invertir y quizá igualar ese monto, esa cantidad que lo hace Ferrari, que lo hace Mercedes, lo podrá hacer McLaren. Vamos a ver cómo anda la gente de Alpine y los demás equipos que son más pequeños. Puede ser que eso le sume a la categoría, ya que no va a ser como quizá en años anteriores, que Mercedes, o no va a ser así, no quizás, sino que no va a ser así, que Mercedes puede invertir 200 y pico millones de dólares, mientras nosotros quizás invertían 100 o menos, o 100 y pico. Este año va a ser 145 y ahí te quedaste. Así que nada, hoy también tenemos la presentación de Alpine, que será dentro de unas 2 horas. Seguimos con las presentaciones, señores. Alpine, que como todos saben ya cambió de nombre, o sea, de Renault pasamos a Alpine, aunque sigue siendo con el motor Renault, la misma fábrica de Renault, equipo de Fernando Alonso y Esteban Ocon. Así que vamos a ver qué tal nos trae ese nuevo coche, qué colores serán, si será el azul, si seguirá el negro o regrese el azul del 2005-2006 cuando Fernando Alonso fue campeón. Así que nada, vamos a esperar ahorita, señores, y ahí les dejo algunas imágenes, un pequeño video de la presentación de Mercedes.
And there it is, a thing of beauty, I'm sure you'll agree. Joining us now, the two men who will drive the W12, Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton. Gentlemen, fabulous to see you. Really, really good to see you. Valtteri, how are you? How was your winter break?
Very good, thank you. Break was good, fully recharged, been healthy, been able to have a solid training program and been working on myself, trying to be the best I can this year. And yeah, honestly, now seeing the car, just now the first thing in my mind is I just can't wait to drive it and can't wait to get back to racing.
Awesome. And you're absolutely in peak condition. Keeping an eye on social media, every time I see you, you seem to be on a bike. I feel like you've done a lot of mileage.
Sometimes on ski-doo or snowshoes or rally car, you know, these kind of things. But no, I'm not at the peak yet. The thing is, we're not racing yet. And, you know, in terms of physical point of view, F1 is quite different to many other sports. We have 23 races and you kind of try to micro-peak to each of those.
Mm. What lessons did you learn in 2020 that you're bringing to 2021?
A lot of lessons again. It's so much things in this sport that you learn about yourself, and the opportunities to be better driver each year if you take those on board. And I think the main thing of the winter and over the break with the processing and learning of things has been the self-honesty. So trying to really look into the details, that how I can be better, and that's ultimately the goal when I'm on the grid in Bahrain, to know that I've done everything I can to be at my physical and my mental best. And same thing, overall target is then to get to end of the year in Abu Dhabi and look back and say I did everything, gave it all I had, and hopefully that will bring the results.
This will be your fifth season with Mercedes, and I swear, from the moment you've stepped into the cockpit in 2017, the Wolves have been circling that seat. Are you ready to fend them off for another year?
Of course I am. It's now my fifth year with the team, and actually, quite a few in Formula 1 already. So I have full focus on my own targets and the targets for us as a team and the people around me. So that's going to be the only thing on my mind.
Fantastic. Best of luck, Valtteri.
Thank you.
Moving on to Mr. Lewis Hamilton. Sir Lewis Hamilton, 7-time world champion. How are you feeling?
Good. Just happy to be back and back in the factory and just ready to go, really. It's kind of, it always feels like a long break, even though they get shorter and shorter each year. But just excited for people to see the car, excited to see what it feels like when we finally get out in it.
Just, the accolades, as I said, a 7-time world champion, and Sir Lewis Hamilton. And I keep thinking back to that little kid on Blue Peter with the remote control car. And my goodness, what a future that kid had and has. You know what I mean? Do you look back at the whole scope of what you've achieved?
Of course, definitely. And I think I was just talking to Toto. It's really about opportunity. And I was very, very fortunate when I was younger to have those experiences on BBC and really just my dad worked so hard, my family worked so hard to create an opportunity and a path for me to be able to excel. And so it's crazy to think that it's been so long. I've been racing a long time. This is I think my 15th year in Formula 1. So it's hard to believe it's gone that fast, but so many amazing experiences, so many great relationships, so many things learned during that time. So I'm excited to kind of put everything that has been built each year and put it into the focus.
This is your 9th season with Mercedes, which means you've been kicking ass with them for almost a decade now. How do you feel about that?
Extremely proud. I think, AMG was supporting me as well as Mercedes back when I was 13. And, it's amazing to have come along this whole journey with them. And, each year when we have the success, that car goes on to the road of evolution back in Stuttgart. And I'll always, even beyond my time, that I'll always be a part of their road of history. So very proud of it and grateful for their belief in me all this time.
Let's get out of the way, because you're going to be asked it a million times over the course of the season. Why did you only sign with Mercedes for a year?
Firstly, I'm kind of in a fortunate position where I've achieved most of the stuff that I've wanted to achieve up until this point, and so there's no real need necessarily to plan too far ahead in the future. I think we're living in quite an unusual period of time in life, and I just wanted 1 year as a then we can talk about if we do more and keep adding it one if we have to.
So is that quite low down the priority list? I'm assuming your main focus for 2021 is to win an 8th title.
The main priority for 2021, in the past it was about just winning championships, but now it's really pushing for make real. Last year there was a lot of discussion about equality and inclusion, and I think there was a lot of talk. This year it's all about pushing for diversity and really making sure that action is taken. So that's kind of at the core of the drive for me. But of course, we exist to win. So that's what all these guys here, guys and girls here, are working towards. And so that's my goal, is to deliver that for them.
Let's bring Valtteri back into the mix. What's it like being this man's teammate? Because he's an inspirational chap, but he's also, as a teammate, an absolute nightmare.
He's it's motivating, it's challenging for sure, and yeah, of course, you know, we're teammates, we're working as a team, but at the same time, no doubt, you know, when we put the racing helmet on, then it's time to